Good morning. When I received the invitation for this event, I was delighted. I am so happy to see ECHA and the EPAA getting to work together to concretely map out how a future without animal testing for chemicals could look like. We all know that there is an end goal for total replacement of animal testing, but in some fields we still struggle to concretely envision how to get there, or if it will even be possible one day. By organizing the workshop, New Approach Methodologies towards an animal-free regulatory system for industrial chemicals, ECHA is sending a strong signal. It is possible, and one day soon we can get there if we put in place the right regulatory framework and support. And I am very grateful for this signal, and of course fully encourage any future ECHA undertakings on the topics of new approach methodologies. As you all know, the European Parliament called for a renewed and clear commitment to the ultimate phase out of the use of animals for scientific purpose. We ask for an EU-wide action plan which defines steps on how to go there. While we are still waiting for an overreaching plan, I am very happy to see that such an important actor as ECHA is getting so active on this subject, because there are unfortunately still a lot of mixed messages, confusion and fears regarding the EU chemicals legislation and the upcoming revision. Last year, for example, the Commission introduced questions in a public consultation survey on the revision of the REACH regulation, the main EU law on chemicals, implying that new approach methodologies, so-called NAMs, would weaken health and environment protection from chemical hazards and hamper the competitiveness of the EU industry. Animal welfare organizations, but also NAM pioneers, were surprised and worried. Will there be more animal tests in the future instead of less? Are we questioning the validity of NAMs more than before? Is the end goal of total replacement moving into unreachable distances far into the future? And also important, will any of this lead to actually safe products and a toxic-free environment? Because of course, when it comes to regulatory testing, I always want to repeat, we all want safe products and high environmental protection. So the goal is not to have less testing, research or production. We want a different testing, more human relevant results and equal levels of safety, but without the use of animals. NAMs hold a lot of potential to help us achieve the ambitious goals of the European Chemical Strategy for Sustainability. NAMs have numerous benefits. First, ethical benefits. The phasing out of animal testing is a progressive step towards a more compassionate society. Secondly, economic benefits. Alternative methods are often faster and more cost-effective than animal experience, making it an attractive option also for companies. And lastly, scientific benefits alternatives can be more accurate and reliable than animal testing. As I always say, we are not 80-kilo rats. I believe when it comes to regulatory testing for chemicals, a dynamic approach is required in order to increase the accessibility and use of innovative non-animal testing strategy. A positive development worth mentioning. In 2022, the Commission updated the list of accepted testing methods under REACH to include new alternatives and to kick some animal-based methods off the list. So there is quite some progress. Let's continue on this path. I wouldn't be chair of the European Parliament's Intergroup on Animal Welfare if I didn't at least mention the ECI Safe Cruelty-Free Cosmetics, which collected over 1.2 million validated signatures. This shows that EU citizens deeply care about this issue and that they consider current actions to phase out animal tests inadequate and insufficient. I know that the tests for cosmetics represent only a small percentage of all EU tests on animals, but to me it is not acceptable to question a clear ban because of inconsistencies between laws and slow validation processes and acceptance of alternatives. Let's clear up these inconsistencies and deliver on what the EU promised, be it for cosmetics ingredients or eventually all chemicals. The future of regulatory testing is animal-free. I wish you a successful workshop and fruitful discussion, and I will follow the outcome of the workshop with a lot of interest, and I'm looking forward to working with all of you in future.